In you're live. Okay, we're live now. I'll put that up there. Okay, it's Tuesday today, the 20th of January 2026, and I'm just going to make a call to a debt collector, another one, and see how we get on. It's now 10 minutes past 9. He should be there now. Graham Aylett.
Hi, it's Graham Aylett here. Please leave your number and a message after that. Thanks so much.
At the tone, record your message.
Yeah, Graham, John here. Can you give me a call, please? 021 078 2523. Thank you. I'll try the other number, the office.
Hi, it's Graham Aylett here. Please leave your number and a message after that. Thanks so much.
At the tone, record your message.
Yeah, Graham, it's John here. I've got a case, if you want to look at it, in Hamilton. That's for the land lease of New Zealand. That's a big one. And there's no reason why it can't be done now. It's been going on for a while. And looks like I'm in a better position to do that now. Okay, give me a call. 021 078 2523. I'd love to talk to you again. Bye. Yeah, it's the same again. He's taking messages, and I'll be surprised if he calls me back because it's Cook Street way back when he did the case there with John Key and the Panama Papers. I've got that case to bring up at some stage, and I've got the other debt collector in South Island. I'm going to give him a call in a minute and see how we get on with him. I'll go and find his number back again somewhere and give him a call to see how he's getting on with my case against Eddie Mitchell in Hamilton. I've asked him to come there, and I'm ready to go into court straight away with that 17 trillion US dollars that he's stolen, and I want it back to the people of New Zealand in the Moai tidal turbine project in the Kaipara Harbour and the Ranfurly Bank on the East Coast, now Wellington and Fiordland as well. Okay, so that's where that money is supposed to go for the community, not for one real estate man just like Donald Trump. Eddie Mitchell took the money and ran off with it, so I want it back. I'll find this other number. I'll find his number. Where is it? Where is Richard's number? I should have got it out before. I'll try and find it. There we go. Here it is. I got it all on papers. I got my scanner here, over here. Putty, just there, right beside me. The scanner, there it is. Okay, I got it last night from a woman over the shore. I managed to drive there all right, and a little bit harrowing through the traffic, but I managed to do it. I can still drive in amongst all the traffic. Right, we're going to see how we're getting on with Richard, and I'll ring him on his mobile phone. Who? Crown Collections.
Good morning, congratulations.
Yes, could I speak to Richard, please?
May I say who's calling, please?
It's John Wanoa from Auckland here.
Sorry, John.
Wanoa, Wanoa. I'm just waiting to see how he got on with my case for Hamilton.
I say Hamilton. Okay.
Yeah.
Just let me see if I can track him down at the moment. I think he's in the meeting. Hang on a sec.
Thank you.
You there, John?
Yes.
Yeah, he's just tying up a meeting right now. He'll give you a call back in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll wait.
Okay.
All
Lovely.
right.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, well, it's going to ring me back, so I might as well just carry on talking and wait till the phone rings, because like Richard, he's pretty good on the go and very responsive. That's the first time I've ever had a debt collector that's right on the ball. And Richard Hoekstra. He's down in South Island. It's good for the project down there in Fiordland with the aqua farms and also the holiday homes and floating homes and a few things I want to put up there, and especially the airport tidal turbine power generation in the sea. And that's a big project, that one. I want to get going up in Wellington on the farm over there. I want to get that going there with the hydrogen economy and also the Scania truck company. I've got pending orders there for those trucks with 18-wheeler truck and a 40-wheeler trailer to go on the back to pull big loads, 160 tonne at a time, 4 40-foot containers with liquid hydrogen bottles on the back, 4 of them, 40-foot long each, 40 tonnes each, 160 tonne, and also the big Wärtsilä container ship engine and generator, 169 megawatts. One of those is 130 tonne, the engine and the generator that goes on that truck, with an extra 30 tonnes spare left over to carry on top of the trailer, and the 4-axle truck, 5-axle one in the front and 4 at the back, 4 wheels axles. So that's my trade, mechanics and installation of gas into diesel engines and petrol cars and all not. But I'm only saying that once I go back into the garage situation and put my certificates on the wall to put the hydrogen in the trucks, I'll put the first one in myself and tune it up, and then the mechanics can take over. After that, on that big block of land, 275 hectare block, and just for trucks, and to get them on gas, convert them, and also cars to convert over there on the farm and just drive in, or go into any garage when I get the franchise going. For each garage, they can put the kit set in. I'll bring all the kit sets in from America for the big trucks, the big engines, the IMCO, gas, LPG kit sets that go on the engines, and the small cars, the Italian brand Tartarini and Bedini, those two that I've been fitting in my earlier years, and did a very good job of tuning them up with the tune scope on the front seat and the gas analyzer there too, and tune it up on the road, not on a dyno. On the road was the best way to do it, going up the hill and pulling and making sure it burns properly on the gas analyzer. So that's what I want to get going and put the franchise out to all the garages in New Zealand to fit. It should be, I'm just saying, should be free of charge to fit the liquid hydrogen kit sets to trucks, buses, trains, planes, cars, motorbikes, outboards, all the engines with pistons in them, and also the jet engine that'll run on it as well. And so it'll be nice, no pollution with the hydrogen, and the more vehicles that go on it, the better. Okay, so we'll give a run for their money on electric cars. Won't match the clean um, green energy, which is number two in the industry at the moment. Number one is AI, automotive, auto motion. That means things that drive itself without humans running it. So our tidal turbine bridge or airport, 4 kilometres long and 150-metre wide and 10 stories high, will be completely run by robots. The whole thing, the aqua farms, the vertical vegetable farms, the pig farm, the chicken farm, the lamb farm, the um, everything that's running 5 stories high is all the cultivation and regeneration of seafood and also the um, processing on chill foods, not frozen. We don't have frozen foods, nor we don't have share market, and gambling on the market is banned. Um, chemtrails is banned. Vaccines are banned. All those things that are really wrecking the world and the environment and people, their health is banned in this court, the Moai Native AI court in the cloud. We're the first one in the cloud. Me and Microsoft Copilot AI robot is the first. I'm the judge up in the court. We're on court hearing number 96 at the moment and just finished number 95, which is against Eddie Mitchell, the money laundering Maori that's in Hamilton. I'm waiting for Richard now to go to Hamilton, put him in the court, and strip him of all his assets, asset seizure, warrant of arrest, and control and possession of his whole entire project that's been stolen from me and Na'atua Iwa Aote Limited, registered company in New Zealand, and him, the same accountant as me, done in Brad Street, and the same accountant as the New Zealand government, done in Brad Street, won't do anything about what Eddie did to me. And the lawyers and barristers and solicitors and politicians and police and all these investigations here, Singapore, Australia, um, um, Edinburgh, Scotland, Ireland, England, and Wales did nothing about it. They will shut their mouth and say nothing because he's libelled all the corporate companies in the world that against the flag of King William III with the 8-point star of St. Patrick on it to collect the rent of all the lease land in the world. And I'm doing the first lease land 10-acre land block in Helensville with the Freemasons there. And Mohi Manukau was a Freemason 50 years service. And I put the Kaipara tidal turbine project together with him and the Freemason office there, that he took the plan there and put it and got approved by the council, Rodney District Council, and the mayor at the time, John Banks, gave me a letter of clearance to put it in Auckland on Hobson Street, put the main power station there, and hook it all up, and Contact Energy company as well, and Vector. That's up in Vector is up in Helensville and Northland. Vector Power Company, and also Transpower, the main trunk line, grid line that approve the Moai tidal turbine 25,000 megawatt bridge with the big turbines on it. And then when Eddie took these sticks here, see the one he marked it, look. Eddie marked this, he put this tape on it, 1, 2, 3. And these three had all the plans of the Kaipara harbour for that money, 17 trillion, to put together to go and check it out in Westminster and to check it out in the Freemasons office in Edinburgh. I told them where to go and who to see to check the title authenticity of King George IV, 1823 contract with Tira Waikato Wharehere Manukau, the chief at the time of 1823 contract. Okay, contract. And then Eddie and his Freemason and barrister went there, went to Westminster, went to Ireland, went to Edinburgh and Glasgow to check this authentic title to the Kaipara 10-acre block of land, mortgage, the first mortgage in the world, there, with 10 acres split down into mortgageable site, 2,005 metres or less, 1,000 metres, and a school there in Helensville and on Rata Street. Was living on Rata Street, 43, with Te Tana Manukau, Mohi Manukau's brother. I stayed there for a long time, and with Rita, Mohi Manukau's daughter, and stayed there as well with Mohi because his house was an old shack on 12 Stewart Street in Helensville. We had our meetings in the garage there with the wooden flag, on the wooden flag of 20 Commercial Street in Helensville. That's where the courthouse was. The Native Magistrate Court, the Awaroa Native Magistrate Court Bank, was all in one, still a bare land there with Mohi Manukau's name on it and a few others, but he's the main one, still the landowner there. They took all his grandfather took all the Manukau land right through the Kaipara, up north, all down the country, and put his name on it. John Rogan, the judge of the Native Court, then at that time, put the 10-acre first mortgage of all mortgages in the world, put it together there. Okay, I'm holding on to that deed title, and that's the title to New Zealand. There, right there, the mortgage. Okay, so I'm going to be using that mortgage on everybody's mortgage in the world. Comes under that one. Okay, that's a precedent case there for everybody and their bank loans. Okay, I've got a mechanic's lien on anybody that can't produce a deed title to the land they're on. Anywhere in the world, especially Australia, where this lot came from up at Waitangi. All the families come from there, including the Mitchell family, came from Australia as prison convicts. Those are the ones running the Parliament in Wellington, prison convicts. All those families there, and they're actually registered their company in New York, not here. So they're not here for your interest. I'm registered here in Wellington, Company's House, as Ngā Atua e Wā Aotea Limited. Atua meaning God. God is commercial or corporate, and Atua is our spiritual God of law, Lore, from Tahiti, Raiatea Island, Taputapuatea Marae, and from Anakena Marae on Rapa Nui, Easter Island. And from there, Te Pito, the birth of the world, naval, there, right there, with those Moai statues, and at East Cape, Te Pito on my land blocks, where it came from there to find where the sunrise is right there on my land block, Te Pito, at Tiararoa, East Cape, and by the lighthouse there. The British came in on the lighthouse. All the lighthouses around the country is where the British landed and came ashore and put their courthouse right there in Rangitukia on the schoolhouse there, the primary school there, and Whakawhitira in Ruatoria, Hiruharama on the Mount Hikarangi, put the native court there first and then shifted it to Rangitukia primary school and Clendon. James Reedy Clendon was the judge back then, and he put everything together there with the birth certificates on our St. Mary's Church in Tiki Tiki. That's your first ever birth certificates right back then in 1830, when they came here in before 1830, 1820 to 1830. That's where your birth certificate was put, and now it's worth 1.6 million US dollars per birth certificate. I bumped it up in our Moai court, native AI court, to 1 trillion. That's how much our equity is on your birth certificate, and then the lease on top of that. Eddie Mitchell went to England to settle our native land title claim contract with a Mitchell name on it. An English man not supposed to sign a contract for an indigenous native Wanoa and a native Manukau surname. What is a Mitchell, white man, doing here making contracts with his own people in England? There's something wrong there. We're going to find out when this Richard Hoekstra goes and takes him in the court in Hamilton. That's what I'm ringing for. And I just spoke to his secretary right there, down in Rangiora in South Island. And but he doesn't have a physical office address. He's supposed to have a physical office address, but doesn't matter. So long as he can do the job this week, I told him this week, and I'll pay him $2 million to do that job. And I've done all the work. There's no need to look for anything. I found it by my own research. Took me 3 years from 2023 to find out where Alfred Mitchell's brain went and his brother, Eddie Mitchell. Those two Mitchells, Alfred Mitchell with the Maori Land Court, is selling the water to New Zealand for no tax and no money for anybody but the Chinese. And that's the contract, the bottling company I want to take over, that he's gone to sell the land to the Chinese, the Maori land, that is, and with the Maori name of the business. An incorporation sold the land to the Chinese with the water, and now they're selling the fish as well. Selling everything on the blockchain is tokenized. Everything in this country and every country in the world is now tokenized, and they're trying to sneak the US fiat money dollar through with the Ripple Bank in the UK Parliament. I'm going to send them a letter today to injunct it. The robot native AI co-pilot, my partner, has put an injunction letter together. I just got to send it to them to stop them from passing the US Dollar Act. And just shows you that it wasn't legal in the first place all these years, over 184 years, that they've been using the US dollar fiat money without a license, without being regulated, just like their crypto, selling it without a license and without being regulated. And this is abhorrent for them to have done that to every country in the world. They traded with the US dollar, never, ever, ever did have a license, never, ever, ever got regulated. I'm looking at all the acts of the 1933 Declaration of War Powers Act, and it was done here on Mount Eden Hill in Auckland. The Bankruptcy Act America was done here. Okay, Professor Gino Dean came over from Canada, Turtle Island, and did a video with me on Mount Eden Hill and read out the script on the plaque, the 1933 Banking Act. And that's what it was. Bankrupt the people after blowing it to bits, the country, and then putting a mortgage on it. That's what they did, to take ownership. Well, I'm doing the same thing with that act, 1933 Bank Act, because it went pear-shaped in the banking industry, folded up, and they bailed the bank out with your tax money. And they're doing that now, still bailing Donald Trump out and his crooked banking system and crypto, bailing it out with the taxpayers' money. Okay? So there, that's really, really bad to do that. I'm going to send this video to my co-pilot partner, Microsoft AI robot, to put it into script, scroll it for the court hearing today. I'm going to have it later on, but this is just before I do that, because I got to get the documents out and read them out. That's what the robot cleaned up my documents and put it into legalese. Everything he does for me is legalese because my documents got photos in. You can see the crooks, eh? And the law doesn't like putting those graphic photos in there. Now they're looking at Trump's photos. They look real, looking at him playing around with little girls and boys and screwing them and making their white man look so bad from Germany. Right? He's a German. and the Germans went to England to use it as a wrecking yard to screw everybody in the world with a fiat money from a fake £1 note. It had no legal authority as well. Never got patented by King William III. He made the Bank of England Act 1694 and the £2 note Act of Bradbury and Patterson, the pound notes that he passed through Westminster and was legal. And that's the one I'm using, the Bradbury £2 note on as the Moai pound note. I'm going to go and print it and use it as currency against all you debtors that have been using that $1, that £1 note, dollar. The British put it together and it's gone right at full circle back to Britain to get a license. The £1 note went to America, turned into a fiat dollar. Then it's back in England now to get a license. After all these years, never had a license. So I'm going to bill you for all 184 years plus over 200 years of screwing people with a unlicensed, unregulated US fiat money dollar. You made all your wealth from it, from a crooked dollar. All your dollars went through the whole world, forced them by gunpoint to use it, and yet here it is going back to England with the Ripple Bank. It got passed, but the fiat money is still sitting there with XRP as the vehicles to make the fiat real when it's not real. I'm going to jam it from getting real because they're trying to slip it in where you can't see it. I've seen it what they're up to right through the years. I've seen it. If I didn't say anything, you wouldn't have a clue. You got caught in it and didn't do anything about it. I'm doing something about that US dollar. I'm going to jam it up and put the debt right on it with that green pound note, 970 million trillion pound note. That's for using that dollar illegally without a license and without being regulated. Okay, so you get that big green pound note for that dollar, And Robert Kiyosaki, you said it's a worthless piece of paper. No, you got wealthy with it, so you carry the bill for it, using that dollar to make your money out of gold. You use that money. Everybody that used that money right through the world, you got to pay that 970 million trillion £2 note back to the people that you screwed in 257 countries in the world, starting with New Zealand, the first mortgage, right? Mortgagee sale from this side of the ledger. Okay, I got my ledger with the Microsoft Copilot AI partnership contract. Okay, he's my contract partner, and he's written it up, all up in legalese, so there's no excuse. There is no excuse not to refute. You failed to refute it. You failed because I sent it to America. No one refuted it. No one said nothing. No one replied to me. All those politicians there in the Congress, U.S. Congress, never replied to me. The Republicans and the Democrats, no reply. And even Starmer and all the Europe, no reply. Nothing from the EU. All those names are accused. Put their photo in there. Nothing. The Vatican, the Pope, nothing. All nothing. And thin air. That's all it is. US dollar, thin air. That's where you made your money, from the US dollar. Now you're trying to pass it across Westminster. The people that did it in the first place set up the dollar in the US with the £1 note. Rothschilds, banks, and JP Morgan are liable. You're liable because all the banks are using the same US dollar fiat money, and you're slipping it in to try and get it passed with the Ripple in UK. Well, it's not going to work. This video is an affidavit, and it's liable in you if you pass that act of the federal government in US with your US dollar in front of me while I'm saying it's not legal and you're going past it, it means you're too late because I've already had that all the way through the years that it was a fraud in the first place with Queen Victoria when she took over from King William the Fourth in 1837. That's where the, the thuggery and all the wrong things went on the wrong side of women in monarchs. They got no Admiralty to join yourself to the mortgage. Your King George the German has got no mortgage, quarter record, and timeline of events. Nothing at all. You borrowed it from King William the Third Dutchman, the founder of New Zealand and the founder of Easter Island and the Easter egg birth of the world straight up to the Milky Way in the stars. Okay? Midday, right up there, 6 o'clock in the morning at the East Cape, on Te Pito there, from Te Pito, the birth of the world, midday, Milky Way, and the stars, and a woman, Anakina Marae, and here at Marangaro Marae on the East Coast, Te Pito, birth of New Zealand, 6 a.m., first sun in the world, closer to the sun, the distance, physically the distance, we're the closest on my land block there, and the first energy in the world from Easter Island there, all in the tidal turbine in the sea, it'll rip the power out of the turbines. Okay? The new life energy force is right there where the Ranfurly Bank is, 50 miles out, and stick the turbines right there and it'll go like hell. You'll get lots of power there because that's God's energy right there. The birth of New Zealand from the birth of the world on Easter Island, Rapa Nui to Mokonui. Big sign to big face. Okay, clean hands. Lore, law. And wanoa, W-A, wa, beginning of time and space. Noa, N-O-A, the law. L-O-R-E, truth. And nothing but the truth, so help me God. That's how it works. The spirit is missing in this government in Wellington and in Westminster and in US. No spirit. Nothing at all. Just money. The money god, L-A-W, can't be without L-O-R-E, the law to make worthwhile living on this planet. And you're wrecking it with vaccine, you're wrecking it with chemtrails, you're wrecking it with frequency, you're wrecking it with flooding and all that dirty things going on, pedophiles and all that human carnage and plundering and killing. That's all Trump got in his head. The German and Netanyahu, the Israel. There's no tribes of Israel or the promised land. You stole it. You stole my Moai and put it in London, France, and in New York. You put a Moai statue for good luck and wealth, that's what it means, and put it in Singapore and put it down in Wellington on the beach, and then in Dunedin, the one with the hat on his head, that's the one, that's the crown. That's the Moai crown I'm using in the South Island, where Richard Hoekstra is. Okay, he's down there, and he'll be instrumental in recovering all the debt owed now from everybody in Queenstown. Okay, all those Chinese down there, you fellas are stuck with that US dollar. Okay, you're stuck with the US dollar and fraud mortgages. Fraud mortgage, land, I'm the land man. I'm a native land in the native AI cloud as a charge of the native land right through the world with a 10-acre land block of the Freemasons up in Helensville, New Zealand. Okay, you face that mortgage. And if you haven't got a deed mortgage, sorry, you've got a bill coming to pay for all these years you've been using a US dollar fiat money. That's been screwing everybody in the world, and everybody that's converted it to their currency has tainted it. Your currencies are all tainted by the same US dollar. Okay? That's the promised land that they said it's their money that is forced on everybody to use the US dollar. That's not even licensed. It's still not licensed. Why? It's because they got it back in UK because the UK stopped them from doing their dirty crypto. Now Wendy is lost because she's been playing around with dirty money and unlicensed money, pound, US dollar and a pound note, both the same tar brush. And now she's got caught. You know why? Because the banks have taken over the crypto. Huh? JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, you're going to get this bill, the green pound note, because you can't produce the original deed of title to a native land title. I've got it. I have got it, Jamie Dimon. You won't even answer me. I sent you a letter, no answer. You know what no answer means? No say. No say in the native cloud. You can't go there with dirty hands. You can't go there and come in there in God's kingdom. That's next to him up there, right where LOR is. Truth. And me and my Moai statue that you stole in New York. That's mine. That's my DNA that you stole. I don't go to England and go to America and steal your memorials. No, because that's worth 970 million trillion pound note. When you steal someone's artifacts and culture and memorial to the land, then you pay. You pay the bill, Jamie Dimon, and your big bank that's taken over the Bank of England because you're the crypto king now of the crypto in the fiat money. And your fiat money is no good. It is dirty hands. It kills people. It is the reason why you pay for all your rockets, Scud missiles, and dirty bombs, and all those nuclear bombs, and all that sort of thing with that US dollar. Right? You're going to pay. You're going to pay for using an unlicensed dollar and an unlicensed £1 pound note. You got a £2 pound note right on your head. The original King William III Dutchman over you, Germans. Hey, you Germans, go back home to Germany because I'm putting the Born in New Zealand Act together, the Born in Philippines Act together to kick all you lot off the land and give it back. God gave it to them, the Philippine people, not the Americans, not the Chinese. So I'm afraid you go back to the Born in China land, Born in America, you stay there, but all the Indians there have the first say. The ones with the indigenous surname, right? They'll rise. The ones in Canada, they'll rise. The ones with names that was there before the dirty British went there, right? Trump, dirty man, dirty mind, dirty brain, dirty fingers, playing around with little boys and girls. And look at it. It's out now. So how come you had 180 years of dirty brain trying to force people to use your dirty US dollar? You're going to go to your grave with it. Your dirty US dollar and bury it. You're going to bury it because we got a £2 pound note. Clean hands. Clean hands and clean money, clean system, clean trade, clean living, clean life, clean roads, clean air, clean everything. And take all your chemtrails and bury it. Take all your vaccines and bury it because it's wrecking people's lives. You're going to split them up. Now you're going to split them some more with tokenizing. Eh? I'm going to tokenize you, Donald Trump. I'm going to tokenize JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon. I'm going to tokenize you and your land underneath your feet. If you can't refute my video, this one, because you haven't refuted the other ones I sent you. Huh? No one's refuting it. No one's saying nothing. Well, you know what the robot AI native magistrate court up in the cloud says? It's recorded that you won't say nothing. Stay silent means you're guilty and charge you accordingly. Okay? That's how it works. You'll get charged with that green pound note. I can print it up now. And put the debt on your head, then use that money to get everything I need for the people. I made that money, 17 trillion that Eddie Mitchell got with that there, with the two thing on it. He marked it. He put this tape around it. Eddie Mitchell did that. You remember Eddie Mitchell? You did this on my tape. I gave you this. It was clean, and you put that on to mark it as mine. That's the proof that you took it to Edinburgh to check if it's authentic and true title. Here's somebody ringing. Hello?
Yeah, Richard here, Crown Collections.
Yes, Richard. Yes, I just want to see how you get on. I'm waiting for you, and when you're ready, I'm ready.
Yeah, no, we're working on your file. We're getting everything ready to go.
Yep.
Putting everything off. I think the girls have loaded the file and sent you an admin feed.
Yeah. Oh, very good. They sent me something already, have they?
Yes, I have.
Oh, very good. Because we got a good crew down there waiting for things to happen down in Fieldland. Pardon?
So I believe if you want to just check your emails and
yeah, I haven't yet.
All right.
Yeah, I'll have a look and then we'll go from there. Hopefully it's good.
Very much appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I too. Me too. I just want to get on with it because it's a clean cut. Okay?
No problems at all, sir.
Okay, thanks, Richard.
Thank you very much.
All right, but there, that's Richard. See, I was waiting for that. He's very responsive. He's right on the ball. That's Richard Hoekstra, the Crown Collections. See, sounds right. Crown. He's a crown. You see, the crown can fix the crown problem because that's what I'm doing. Crown work, the good crown, the round crown on the head of the Moai down in Dunedin. That's the real earth crown, the real substance, not a metal crown. That's humbug and fake. It's fake. The metal crown is fake. It's got money written all over it, but the dirt one is dirt to dirt, ashes to ashes, sand to sand, and you go back in the earth when you're finished. But this is the memorial to the whole world we're talking about. And Richard is going to get on the ball because I haven't checked my email yet. And dear Richard, and very good mate, got more confidence with where he is down in Rangiora, down south, and the Fieldland. I got big things to happen there with him and a few people there, but I've got the Torquay Point right ready to go and the tidal turbines right off Westport and in the sea there about 50 miles out to get the grunt of the tidal turbine power, 25,000 megawatts per airport. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of power. 5 of those big Wärtsilä container engines, the big V16 engines, running generators, 169 megawatts each. That's a lot of power. 5 of those. And that's how much power that pulls out. And 2 of those airports down there will run the whole South Island without the solar, without the windmills, without the dams, without anything. It can run the whole place with fuel and heat and electricity, all from hydrogen, from the sea, moon tides. Okay, it's moon tides and the waves, not the waves, the depth of the water and the weight of the water. That's what the turbine picks up, the weight of the water going from A to B. And it just needs to shift 1 RPM and lots of grunt. That's the power of hydrogen. Okay? So there, I'm very pleased. Now I can ring my crew up, Pare Rivers in Whakatane, Tuhoi, and Rapataka from Rangitukia and Nightbro, and let them know the big news, the good news. Is that we're on the move. Eddie Mitchell, you're going in prison for life. You and your brother, Alfred Mitchell, selling Maori land and the water to the Chinese for no tax. No tax, zero. They don't pay tax because that's the contract. I got it from Eddie Mitchell. Okay, I know because he wanted me to run one of the bottle farms. He gets 3 million each bottle farm, all the way from here in Auckland, down Hamilton, down Tokoroa, down Kinloch, down Rotorua, and down to Hawke's Bay, all the water bottling companies, Eddie Mitchell, right? With my brain in these sticks. He's using my brain. I'm going to get it back to give it back to the people. I did that job in Helensville for all the community. That's the ethics of Freemasonry, is the public community is their business ethics. Okay? They gone against their ethics. The Freemason got mean and pinched the money. The 17 trillion, it's worth more than 1,000 trillion for this contract with the Moai. They undervalued it at 17. I'm going to fix it up because I've got 970 million trillion pound note and not 17 trillion. That's just a fraction. That's just breadcrumbs. Okay? It's bigger than what Eddie Mitchell is not a native surname. Mitchell. That's a white man, Pākehā, with a brown skin. Married into the brown skin and took off with the money. The English took off with the money and the German took off with the money in America. The white man, right? The white man. You look at some white men, they've got a indigenous surname. How did they get that? You know what? They changed the name from Pomare, which is a Maori name. It's really Palmer, the white man. Yeah? Gregory Palmer, Jeffrey Palmer, is a white man, but his name is Pomare, the first one that sold Maori land back in 1830, before 1840 treaty. He sold the land in Waitangi. 1830, the first Maori lands got sold before they made a treaty in 1840. So there was a lot of land sales before 1840. And they wrote out the 1835 Declaration flag and said, no, all Maoris can't claim before 1840. Now here they are back in 1835 and 1820 claiming to be a native. And they're all saying native now in AI. And where's the native surname come from? You look at your surname in the mirror and then ask questions. Where did I come from? And you're going to be asked the same question in the native court up in the cloud. You won't get in there with a bodgy surname. And there's a lot of those in New Zealand. You've got to look at your surname and you won't get an ID without the right surname. And if you've been whangai or adopted with an adopted name, that's the name you carry. And a lot of them fight with the real surname. The Tauruas are not real. They're Edwards fighting against the Tauruas from Dargaville and down to Porto, where Moai Manukau said they're all back to front. The names are all back to front. They've gone and screwed the whole whakapapa history up. And Wikipedia and all the British record and the Court of Record in there is all wrong with Maori because they're not registered over there as Maori in Britain. But they took it there and stuck it there. That's Jerry Matiparai Andrews. He's an Andrews. He's not a Matiparai. He's over there as the ambassador for New Zealand Maoris. Yeah, they cunningly sent a Maori there to screw the Maoris here as a white man. Okay, he's a Edwards acting as a Matiparai. And the Matiparais will be upset with that. And the same with the people here. They'll be upset by somebody using their surname. Until now, the blockchain will catch you out. You're going to get caught. All you people using someone else's name, from now on, you're going to get caught with the blockchain and the tokenization of everything. Everything's for sale. If someone buys a share in this company, the Moai Native AI Court and the Moai Crown, King William III Trust, if they buy a share in each of 257 countries, starting with Moai, and starting with Ngā Atua Ewa Aotea Limited, that's the parent company with its 1 trillion shares and split out into 2 billion shares per country. And the first one is New Zealand country. It's called Ngā atua e wā Aotea Limited number one. And that's the one Pare, Rivers and Rapata are in that one with me, running the New Zealand company, and 2 billion shares. 1 billion A shares, £1,000 each share, and 1,000 B shares, £10 a share. So there's no reason why anybody in the world can't buy a £10 share here or a £10 share in every country of 257 countries, £10 each way. Okay, so that's 2,570 US dollars for all the countries in the world, and they'll get a slice out of the, the dividends of each country. And America being the biggest, you'll get a big slice out of that on the shares. When I work out the shares with the robot, I'm still doing, he's doing everybody's job in Parliament. The whole lot of them kicked him out because he don't need them when you've got a robot that can do everything. Okay? The trucks, even the trucks I'm getting, they're all self-drive. And the bridge with it usually takes 50,000 people. It's run by robots completely, the whole thing. Okay, that's everything except skinning a sheep and skinning gutting a fish. And not yet, because the robot he don't know how to cut and slaughter a meat. You see, he can't fillet a fish yet, not yet. But I want him to go and dive and get the crayfish under the sea, and robot go down, dive all day and night in the dark. They'll get the crayfish in the dark. Okay, you don't have to come up for air. You stay down there all night, get paid for going down with another battery. That's all you have to do. Change the battery and he keep going. And that's what we're going to do now. And it's a waste of time. I don't trust any human anymore because I've been left alone and nobody helped. Only Rapata and Pare came to my hui at Aotea Marae in the East Coast there, and nobody else ever came. When they came, they took off after that and never seen them anymore. I don't see them anymore. So they're having their huis. They can follow their way. Go and get your own money and do what you want to do and watch it go. You watch everybody take your land right under your feet because the government in America has tokenized it. That means it's for sale. Your Maori land's all for sale. And if anybody come along and say, I can do something with that land, when it's all bare and only got cows on it, next minute, it's for sale. The council will say, nope, we'll give you the lease and terminate the lease on the land, and next minute it's gone. So what I'm doing here is people can buy a share here with our company in that big block of land down in Wellington. You put a share for £10 and reap the benefits because you're going to get paid every week from the surplus of the profit that it's going to make. Okay, it's going to make a lot of profit from just what's going in there. Trucks, putting them on hydrogen, free. Okay, I'm saying that now, and let's see how it goes. Because if you put a truck on liquid hydrogen for free, it's going to burn hydrogen for its lifetime and lots of dividends from it. You're going to get it back. So why not have a free installation? Because that's me saying that, because I'm going to put it in for free. And I can't see any reason why not to attract people into the system and drive your car down there on the farm or take it to the nearest garage. I'll put my license on there to put the free kit in, and our government, the federal flag of King William III government, federal government flag, will subsidize it for free because he can make lots of money from burning the gas. It's cost free after every airport tidal terminal that goes up, we get 2 free ones. For every bridge we put up with the 25,000 megawatts, we get 2 free ones from just its profit. Okay, that's its turnover, 3 times as much. It'll pay itself off within a year. The bridge is paid off. And the next 2 will do the same and compound the whole lot right through the world. That'll just flood the whole world. And I'm waiting for a robot to sit down with me and work out all the figures of the hydrogen economy. It's just going to take off and leave everything behind. It'll leave you behind because the AI is moving fast and energy is number 2 on the industrial list of the best industries in the world is the hydrogen economy, the turbines, And the AI is number one. The automation of AI running things without stupid humans that, like Donald Trump and Edie Mitchell, all they want to do is steal. Well, no more stealing. You go in jail for life. Edie Mitchell, you and your brother can go in there and look at each other, stupid. And you can go in there and look at four walls and jail bars. That's all you're going to get from me. Anybody like that, those two, and Trump, I told Robot, Trump is going to prison. He's going to prison, but they're having a long time to think about it in Congress because they know they're in trouble too with me. They're in trouble with me with their US dollar, useless dollar. Okay, you're useless people with no license. And you're selling crypto with no license. The British stopped your head, stumped your head, and stick the boot in your head, and stopped you from selling any more crypto until you get a license from Westminster. All roads to lead to Westminster for now. It'll all lead to New Zealand after that because Westminster is really stuffed. It's stuffed itself and got real nasty with everybody in the world. Hate them. The people hate them, hate the Americans, hate everything. They hate the system of money laundering. That's the problem. Money laundering, filth, and pedophiles and screwing little boys and girls, wrecking their life and their innocence. You're taking their innocence away, Donald Trump, and you think it's a good thing? And all the people that support you in Britain and in Germany and in Europe supports wrecking kids' innocence and parents, they're wrecking them as well, splitting them from their kids and taking away the kids and then indoctrinate them with dirty, bloody ideas. Okay, so that's all. That's all I want to say. What's this? There's some people that have you forgot your. I don't take my meds, no. Your company was, you still trying to push. Yeah, I'm not pushing anything. I'm pushing the boat in the water to go and get some crayfish. That's all I want to do. Go down with the divers and go and join the Navy Marine divers. I'll go down there because I'm not scared of the water. I'm scared of you people on the land but that say things you can't back up. I'm backing myself up by myself on my own 2 feet. I don't need anybody to back me up because I got the man up there. He's the Moai statue that's looking at you. He's made of stone and he's solid as a rock. He's looking at you, stupid people in the world that got it wrong, right? You've got other agendas other than looking after the planet for a start and looking after the people. That's the other one. The fake shares. Yeah, you can say what you like. I don't care because the robot will take care of it, not me. I just step out of the way and let the experts come in because we're going to get experts from all over the world to run this business. Where's your business? Where's your title? Show me because I'm showing you mine. I got clean hands. And where is your clean hands? Where is your. You watch what happens. You watch what happens when I get this fellow Richard on the go. He's going to go to Cook Street and strip them. You watch. Cook Street will go back because John Key is in there with the Panama Papers and the bank, the ANZ Bank, and because I had these pound notes in there, they destroyed them when Donald Trump and John Key got together with Hillary Clinton, and the taxpayers' money went from here to Hillary Clinton, and all that dirty people that screwed the taxpayer of New Zealand. 13 million went to Hillary Clinton, and I want that back. I want all the stolen money from the land here and no tax paid to people who come here and screw the place up, not under my dead body. Anybody wants to say anything? Yeah, my company is registered as the Moai Crown King William III Trust in Britain, right now. Okay, it's not on the company's house yet because it hasn't made a profit. It's about to make a profit out of the tidal turbines that should have gone up with the 17 trillion that Eddie Mitchell pinched. You go and ask him, put him in the court and open his mouth and say, where did he get 17 trillion from? You know where it came from? My bloody head. That's where it came from. The whole thing was Freemasons. No, we were with the Freemasons in Helensville, and Mohi Manukau was Freemason. I was with him all the way through. And he got kicked out, and the carpenters went there. They're not even real carpenters in Helensville and Native Clovis. All those families there are right in the shit when it comes to the blockchain. You can't get away with it because you're on your own 2 feet now. From now on, everybody in the world, including these people who comment with stupid answers, you're going to find yourself facing the council. They're going to strip you, right? Because tokenization means everything's up for sale, even you and your birth certificate, because you can't get it back. And they've got it. They've got you, and they will keep going because that's how their brain works. That's how their brain works. It's come from England. All the Germans went there and used England, Westminster, as a wrecking yard to wreck people's lives. And that's what I can say about that, because I went there and everybody there was different ideas. Now it's all in a shit because the Muslims are going to cut your head off. That's what's happening. They're going there, they don't care about you because they think your fellows are useless, and they're going to terrorize you. And you let them in, and now it's hard to get rid of them because they're worse than me. I'm on my own. You got a big bunch of them up the street to worry about. So there, you got that problem. You got a big cultural problem. You got a big cultural problem. Well, anybody that complains and got funny comments, you know what I do? Delete them. I delete you, and I haven't deleted anybody because I want to see what stupid answers that come out and where they come from. Some of them got no names. Why didn't you put your name there like me? Stick your name there so you can go all right over me, put me to bits. I don't care. You can put me to bits. Tell me what you think about me. I don't care because I got better ideas in my mechanic brain with a mechanic lien on my head as a mortgage broker to fix anybody that breaks the law. And I'm a mechanic to go and do the hydrogen on vehicles. And that's what I'm going to end up doing, hydrogen in cars and trucks for free. Because that's me. Because there's plenty of money to be made from hydrogen. And it's free from God's sky. Okay, who else is saying something? Fake shares. Yeah, that's what they said when I went to England. Guess what? They're still going. The same shares are going, and the robot's got it now. You see? He's got it. Cook Street, yeah? That's going to come back. You watch. It'll come back because it's got no title where they got the land from, stole it off the Manukau. Okay? All of Auckland, all the titles there are Manukau. And the British got the Manukau title. They haven't got anybody else's title, not even a Mitchell, registered in England. It's the Manukau Land Company in Edinburgh, started off, and then they changed it to the New Zealand Company. They changed the name from Manukau Land Company, and the first one was 1823 with Te Waikato Wharehere in Manukau, and King George in 1823, changed the title, and they put the New Zealand Company over the top of the Manukau title. And when they came to Auckland, they put the Waitemata and Manukau Company. See? Change the name. They change your pants, change your underpants all the time, and stick another name on and hide it. That's what you call shell companies. They changed the name of Crown and Right of New Zealand, Queen and Right of New Zealand, to Crown Sovereign of New Zealand and registered it in New York. What's that all about? What is that? Pākehā, white man doing that. And with the Maoris in there, like Mary Mitchell, sell the Maori land and then get rid of the Maori into the native court in the council, district council. All the Maori land courts will be gone before long. That's what I've been trying to warn you all these years. And it went in 1 year, out the other. In 1 year, out the other. I went to Westminster to go and see the Queen because there's no trustee running the Queen Victoria Trust. I went there as the head of the trust. Who's running the trust? If nothing. Zero. Fat zero. Nobody's running the Queen Victoria Trust. It's headless, chickenless head. The head's cut off. And that's the biggest trust in the world, the Queen Victoria Trust, with no trustee. Nothing. You only got the Queen in Sofia, Queen Sofia. The King's died of Spain. Now there's only the Queen Sophia, and Andrew was a paedophile. He was a worst bloody person out, and the Queen sacked him. So they just left the King of Spain and Queen Sophia, and now she's the only one left, the trustee. But where's the trustee to take Queen Victoria? Fuck all, nothing, fuck all, zero, fact zero. No trustee. That's the biggest trust in the world. No trust. No, you think about that one. You think about that one. Who is the dirty sod now? Not me. I went there to fix it up and put a trustee in there. Now, I'm trustee of that because no one's saying anything about the Moai crown. The Moai in London, that's not yours. You stole it off me and my family. The Royal Tahitian Wānoa family from East Island. That's not your piece of history. That you go and get your own memorial. Go and get your own. Get your surname and get your own. Leave mine alone because I want it back. I want that big Moai statue in Westminster in the museum back. I want the one in Dunedin back. I want the one in France back. I want the one in New York back. The Moai statue is not your property. That is my ancestors, not your ancestors. So go away, you useless lot of people. Go away and look at yourself in the mirror. Go and look at yourself in the mirror. Because my Wānoa name is Wā, beginning of time, Nor, Law, Lore, truth. And you're living in a fucking bloody dream. Right? Promised will. Promised land. Go back and go in Prima 1 and start again. That's what I'm saying, because I'm pissed off with everybody in the world that's in chaos. You're only born with chaos. Just nothing but chaos. And guns and firing and killing and murdering and war, more war, and it's white man. The skin wants money. That's all I want. Money. You see? I don't need money. I just got a caravan. I rent until I get a house. One day I might get one under the sea, right away from everybody. Go and live with the fish. You see, who else is moaning away? Who's moaning? Streets being stopped. It's a car park. Yep, well, they're making the Maori Marais a car park. That's the Muslims. They're here. They're putting the mosque up everywhere in the world. Even in England, mosque going up all over the place. You know who let them in? The fucking British. The white man let them in so they create war amongst your own people. And there, you live with it. You live with it because you voted it in. And that's the voting all over the world, back to front, inside out, upside down. No wonder the kids of today are lost because the parents can't learn how to respect another people's culture. You know, you're going to wreck the families, wreck the islands, wreck Philippines, wreck my home over there. I had an old broken down home. It had a hole in the roof, and now you're going to flatten the whole bloody lot. You know, with your blooming chemtrails and your modification of weather. You know, you people are bad. That came from Britain. You people go home. Born on Philippines and kick everybody out. Go home where you come from and moan over there. Don't moan on my land here. This is my land, which the people say is my land too. The people born here are the native. Okay, I'm here for the native that can't speak for themselves. They can't speak for themselves. You see, that's why I'm saying I'm fucking on my own. I don't need anybody when I got God up there. You know, the Atua. The God is a corporate name. It's made of money, God. That God, that's supposed to be Jesus, the white Jesus, not the black Jesus. The Hebrew got changed by the Greeks. And the king of Tainui is a Greek. Tuhetia is a Greek. No wonder the bloody place is tipped upside down. Never talked to Napui because they didn't want to know the king. They had their own way of living, separate, because that's the white man in the brown skin talking it up. Yeah, all the names. Tamihere, Thompson, Buffett and Thompson, Tamihare in Hamilton. They bought all those land over there and all the houses in Tamihere. It's the Thompson family and the Mitchell family. Bought all the land. Well, you got a mortgage on your head now. They got a mortgage on your head. You know why? because I'm a mortgage broker, you useless bastards. You're a bit late. Cook Street being stopped. It's a car park. Yeah, well, I'll just take the title. If you haven't got a deed title on the land, you lose the whole bloody lot. That's all there is to it. Take it to court. I'm going to court in Hamilton. I'm going there to win, not to lose. When I win there, I'll go to any court and win the same way with a native title. The original Manukau Land Company from Scotland. Okay, that's it. You haven't got a title. Where you got on the land? Where you got the money from? The pound note? Where'd you get it from? Crooked as hell. So you're going to be left with nothing if you open your mouth and say something out of place in court. You go to court. Take me to court. See how you get on the court. Take me to court because I'm good at it. Hey, court. I'm a mechanic, good at court. You're a bit late, Cook Street. I don't care what they did with it. It's still there. It won't go away. Everything stuck to the land belongs to me. How can I say that? Because anybody can say that too, if you got the deed. Where's the deed? Who got it? Who put it together? Is it in Helensville, the 10-acre block that got everybody going in the country and the world? Where have you got yours? I can take my meds anytime I want. I don't take it now. I don't need to. I'll only take it when I see people like you that make me go and take them. So the next day I'm off it. You see, because I want to go in the sea and dive. I'll take all my energy under the water. Yeah, we're going to swim at the fish better than talking to stupid people. They're stupid. That's why you talk like that. You talk like that because you're stupid. Because you got no thing better to do than to criticize someone trying to do something for the whole bloody planet. I'm doing something for the whole planet, not me. I don't care whether I get this or that. It doesn't matter because I'm living where I want to, just in a nice, dry little place. Now I pay rent to stay where I am. For now, that's not going to stay like that forever. Until I get my way. Because I've been stopped by stupid fucking Maoris. That's why. Stupid fucking Maoris and stupid fucking parkers. All the same. All the same. No brain. No brain. Stuff all brain. Otherwise you would have had this country in your name. Where is it? Where? Who owns this country? The Prime Minister or the Governor General? The Japanese Maori Governor General or the Pākehā Prime Minister? Which one? Or Winston Peters, the other Maori? Which one? Which one is the owner of the land? You go and talk to them and see if they're going to say they found the land because there was no one there. I like to see all the comments to see your name. Where is your name? I want to sue you in the court to see if you can say something in the judge. And see, the judge will say, where did you get your education from? And they say, oh, we didn't go to school. We just went there to eat a lunch of somebody else's. You don't own any land. No, I don't have to own the land. It's just the court documents that say it all. Where's your documents? I got documents. Go and take it in the court. I want to see this fellow Richard to see what he does with them. When he does something with them with Eddie Mitchell, you see what happens then after that, if it works on anybody else. Because you know what? It's all up for grabs at the moment. Thank goodness for the blockchain and the crypto, because it's going to make you come out of your shell. Every single body is on your own, just like me. Thank goodness for that, because I can pot you off if I know your name, put your photo there, I'll stick it and see if you can get it off. You know what? All the people with their photo on Facebook can't get it off. Try and get it off. You'll never, because you know what? The Freemasons are watching it. They're watching you too. So you better watch what you say, because someone's watching you. I don't care who watches me, because they know my behavior. They know I might be rough talking, but I know what I mean to say, because there's no one saying anything. Shut your mouth and hide behind a veil. That's why there's no names on there. I got my name in black and white so everybody can see me. I don't see your name. Because if your name's out there with your photo, it's gone. Because I'll plug you with your photo, and then you can't get it off like Eddie Mitchell and Alfred Mitchell. Try and get it off. Carla White and all those people that got the photo there, the Governor General, the Prime Minister, all those people that got their photo, you can't get it off. Try. I want you to take me court to see who wins. Right? That's what. Just something for you to think about instead of stupid comments. That's all you got. That's all you can say. Stupid comments. And I told the robot, don't stick all this stuff in the court. Just cut it out. You see, because I'm just being you, back to you, to reply to the comments. You see? I can live in my car. I can leave anywhere. Fish heads or anything. Yeah, see the comments coming out? Stupid brain. That's stupid. What's the name of that person? Unlisted, eh? Your name is unlisted. Your name is called unlisted. What a name. Funny looking name. No photo, no head, no nothing. You're a blank butt. You're a blank butt. That's all I can say. No name means nothing. You've got nothing in your brain. Only sawdust. That's what's coming out of your mouth is your comment and no face to it. That's what I mean. All you people can go in the fucking rubbish. You can go in the fucking rubbish. Because if you're in my fucking road, you'll get something on your head. Your photo. Go in there on Facebook and no one's going to get it off. Right? That's why you hide away. You hide behind a veil. And that's you throw stones behind a veil. All of you people that are like that are not worth it. You'll get thrown off. I'm going to delete all you or leave you there for other people to see how stupid you are. How stupid people are. They do comments without a face. No face means no brain. That's what I'm saying. No brain. So what a waste of my energy talking to a brainless, thugless, bloody person. So waste my time. Waste my time looking at those comments. It's better to just delete the whole lot and forget about that and carry on without anybody. That's why I go by myself, because I said to put in, rather, you fellas just stay on the sideline and I'll do it on my own. Then you can share it afterwards and have a little cackle about it, because the people I'm talking to here is fucking no face means no brain. That's all I can say. No brain, no face. All I do is better to chuck that in the rubbish, and as if they weren't there at all. Better to have no comment, to cross the comments out so no one can comment on the video. Because you know what you're doing? Fucking the video up. That's all you're doing. I told the robot, cut the bitch out that are no good. Because you're no good. Cut you out and throw you in the rubbish. That's what the robot do. Okay? Now, what's that? That's 1 hour, 17 minutes, waste of time. Half wasted on comments, stupid comments. What's it say? Meds again. Yeah, meds. Oh, yeah, meds work. You know, that's the hospital. Meds work. They got a bill coming to them, too, for putting me in the mental home for fuck all. Nothing. Put me in the mental home, put me in the prison for nothing. Couldn't find nothing. Now, what's all that about? What's that all about? Your fucking brains are useless. That's what. You put me through fucking hell for nothing. All for nothing. Because you assume that I was a crook when you fucking crook yourself. You're the fucking crook, not me. You're the crook. You're inciting violence. That's all you're doing. Inciting violence by saying something in public that is got no face to it. You see? No face. Your company was struck off. Yeah, well, it's struck back on again. It got put back up again because I had no money to run it, a business. Now I got money in the world. Now strip you of your money and put it to this company, right? And this company from everybody that's fucking crooked. There's plenty of crooked people, and you're one of them. You're one of them that talk like that, like Eddie Mitchell. Stealer, wheeler, dealer. Waste my fucking time. Waste the time talking to you lot. I don't have to care about Cook Street. It's in the lawyer's hands. It's in the debt collector's hands. Okay? I don't have to worry about it because I got fucking hydrogen to put on people's trucks for free. That's free. Free. You know, I can put that stuff in and do engines. No fucking sweat. No sweat. Right? I'll just show them who can fucking do it as a mechanic. Diesel mechanic, petrol mechanic, fucking pilot on a plane, helicopter, plane, all that, diving in the sea, no trouble. That's me. Anything possible. Anything. Even law is possible. I'm not a lawyer, but I know how it works. I know everything because I've self-taught myself. I don't have to rely on you useless fuckers. You're useless fuckers. Good for nothing. That's all you are. Good for nothing. Go and fucking jump in the fucking rubbish bin. All of you. Rubbish bin. Waste of fucking time. That's what spoil the video. You've got to spoil the fucking video. Okay, switch it off. Bloody useless bastards. Switch it off. I don't even drink beer. I don't even smoke. I don't even fucking do drugs. I don't even do any of that. I'm just waiting to jump in the fucking sea. My boat is out here, the outboard, and everything ready to go. All I need to do is go and find a place to jump on the rocks, and I'll be in the water every fucking day, swimming with the fucking fish. Better than talking to you, useless dot. Fucking waste of time. I'll go and talk to the bloody fish, and the trees, and the sky, and fucking everything else that's trying to live and getting knocked about by fucking stupid humans like you. That's why I don't trust nobody. I only trust a robot. The robot will fucking clean you all out, and you'll go and fucking run away. Go because I got robots running everything. You don't have to rely on stupid people. They're like that. Waste of time. You just leave you all behind. Leave you all behind. You go back to school, Prima 1. Go back to school. Learn your manners. Learn your ABC. Learn how to fucking respect your bloody air and your water and your sky. Instead of fucking making stupid comments. Dumb bastards. Anyway, switch the bloody law. Switch it off. Switch it off before I get a fucking heart attack. In the screen. Bye-bye. Good riddance.